How you guys doing? This is Martin. You know me from my series, How to Pay Off Your Car Loan in 36 months Without Giving Up Starbucks or Being Cheap. Now it's getting easier to go into Starbucks, so I can probably have a hot tea maybe once or twice a week. And then you've watched my unemployment series where I just talked about some strategies you can use to help pay off, like with all these unemployment laws. And I guess one thing I'll let you know is with the one with I really didn't think out the one with there's like I think it's 30, I don't know what it is. It's like the final one about like all the stuff with the eviction stuff and things like that. I think we're going to have a lot of foreclosures and evictions in the next 6 months. Especially if Biden gets in, the banks are going to say, do what we want or we'll just get rid of everything. So I think you're going to have a lot of single family homes where people had like a second and third home and they were renting it to people, and if the tenants don't want to pay, they're going to use the excuse like, well, I couldn't pay before COVID and so they didn't pay for 6 months. Now the 6 months is over and I want to pay, try to get the person caught up. If the person falls behind by 6 months, there ain't no way in hell they're going to pay 6 months worth of rent that they have owed. You know what I'm saying? Now, if they would have had the unemployment that they had and used it properly, perhaps. But I believe since I see more luxury cars or cars on the road, period, since the recession, lets me think people who had that, the free money from the government, that $600 stimulus, plus the $1,200, blew that money. So they're not going to be able to pay the rent for the place. So if some of you guys, like I call them COVID houses, if you're living with mom and dad, like the house with 9 cars, you better hope mom and dad have some solid money and better have a good business and some money saved up. Otherwise, all you guys going to be out on the street. It'd be like at the park. I was at the park the other day. It's like a family, some guy with the half shorts going into a white Infiniti, the 4-door, probably from 2009, 2010, trunks full of stuff. Gets out a kid, a dog, wife, maybe she's another guy, so I don't know what the hell that is. And they all like going to the park, like I guess they live out the car, and they're all going to the park like they're like all going to the park like, hey, this is like the normal thing to do. I'm like, what is going on? Then you had another guy in the park. They come in, a couple of homeless people. They come in and park the car. Start playing the music loud. Just don't care, people. Like, you got a generation of people who just, they've given up, man. It's like, well, if you have a nice quiet home and you have a place to live, well, I can't let you have a peaceful house or peaceful home, so I got to play my music loud and like do all kind of crazy stuff so you can feel, so you have to call the police on me because I ain't got nothing, man. I've got to worry on Uncle Biden or Aunt Camilla to help me. So until then, I've got to just be an idiot. So I think you're going to have a lot of foreclosures, and when those foreclosures happen, the thing is, how long will it take for the banks to repossess the homes and get rid of the people in the homes? So that's what you got to watch out for. And then what other things I was thinking about? Well, we have like September, October, no, so we got 4 months left, man. I kind of think finally we're getting some stability from like the COVID stuff. So I think now you guys can rest, start like saying, okay, at least like we have like a clearer direction. We've accepted people will die. People die already, man. Between that and all the cop stuff, I mean, what I've realized is like white people have it just as hard as black people. It doesn't look like it because we look at it on a microscopic scale. But if you look at it on a macroscopic, where you start finding the more successful people, they have failed a lot and have more white people turn them down. And all people of colors, we don't really show that in our society. We just want to show like, hey, let's just help everyone out and give a job, give everyone a trophy. And like, no, that's not how life works, man. That's how you end up with a bunch of kids living with their parents. I mean, I moved out of house. Let me go on a rant. I moved out of the house when I was 18, man. I came back for like 1 month. I went crazy, man. She's like, can't do this, can't do that, pay the rent this, pay the rent that. It's like, oh, fuck this. I got to get the fuck up out of this motherfucker. So I got my own place. So that's what I'm saying. Like, when people buy cars, have all these nice luxury cars, but then you live at home with mom and dad, I look at them like, what are you doing, man? It's taboo. What, you making out with mom and dad, bringing your girlfriend home, fucking her with mom and dad in the next room, and then you go kiss mom. Mom, I just ate pussy. Give me a kiss. Dad. The daughter just swallowed, going up to dad and mom. Hey, maybe come join us. I mean, that's what you're telling me, man. I mean, I think it's nasty, man. I think if you're gonna like do that shit, at least go to like a Motel 6 or a hotel. I mean, just don't even bring the girl to the house at all. If you're a real man or a real woman, you tell your man, hey, at least fuck me in the park. You know, like some of these couples you see. Make out in the car. Just don't make out next to mom and dad in the house. That's just nasty. Unless you like that taboo stuff, man. That's what I mean. But how much money can you actually make working at a warehouse? So I decided finally, after ragging on you guys in the warehouse, I better try to help you, because I see by all the trucks that are picked, all the trucks we have out there, I kind of think a big shakeup is coming. It's way too many trucks because there's no back to school sales. So I'm wondering why all these trucks are all of a sudden like running these loads. I mean, I know some of the stores are opening. Whatever was in a store could balance out, but there's like way too many trucks on the road right now for like a September 1st. I mean, usually the Christmas rush doesn't start till like maybe mid-October. There's no one in school. There's not that many computers, and based on what I've been talking to parents, they're pissed off at the teachers, and like I agree with them. Some of these teachers are just lazy. They've lost their minds, man. I got your online thing for you. Take this shit and shove it. I'll show up again when the fucking school starts. I'll let my kid go out and get a job. Take my kid to a warehouse, man. Did you take underage kids? Let him get in there and make some money, man. Instead of sitting at home with mom and dad trying to do like online training and stuff. I'm like, come on, man. So that's number one. I'm just ranting today, man. Just some stuff I've seen as we head into the final 4 months of the year. I'm trying to think about what would I do if I was like someone out of college or in college. Now I'm doing online training. I'm trying to find a job. Economy started to open up in certain places. What would I do? Well, number one, unfortunately, like I told you before, the interest rate is basically zero. In the old days, you could put like $1,000, $10,000 in the bank, get 10% interest, and you would get like, say, 10%, you would get like 1,000, or like if you had $1,000 and put it in the bank at 10%, you can get $100. Now you get nothing. So basically, like you're putting like $1,000, $2,000 in the bank, and you like end up with $1,900 something because you pay the bank fee. So this generation will not know what it's like just to put money in the bank and just have it. Just think if you had $10,000 and at the end of the year you had $1,000. Man, that's like a month worth of, my rent is like $1,800. That's like a month's worth of rent almost, man. That's like 3 months worth of groceries, 3.5 months of grocery. And it's about like $1,000 for me. It's about like almost a year worth of gas, easy, to get to like all my different jobs. So that's what we have right now. You have so now the problem is like before, that's what passive income is. Put $10,000 in the bank, get a certain interest back, and then you get the money back. But now you get nothing. So now all your money you have is at risk now, which sucks. That's why I came out with the Powerball strategy. Or you can do Mega Million. That's one of the ways you can try to make money, which means you got to go out and make the money. Got to have extra money. For example, I play Powerball 8 times a month. I buy 2 tickets. That's $4.32. We started last month. We won twice and we lost. So we had a net of 24, but we didn't have to spend $8 of our own money. And what you got to learn about playing a Mega Million and playing a Powerball is like what I've talked about that in my $25 Powerball strategy course. But one of the tips I'm going to give you is got to learn how to pick your own numbers. And just think, if you were the lottery machine, I'm picking the numbers for, say like you let the machine pick the numbers for you. Okay, you're saying like this. I'm going to have the lottery machine pick the number. They're going to pick the number, but they're also going to trying to like not pick the number that they want to have the win. So there's kind of like a conflict. So there's probably some type of randomness that they put in the computer, not to be biased, and just throws off all the number stuff. So that's why I say, hey, learn how to just use probability. What are the numbers that come up the most? What are the most popular numbers? And what different patterns can you use to get the numbers? That's what I recommend you do. So that's what I learned my first month for playing Powerball. Just got to develop the discipline of just picking your numbers. Don't just say, hey, just pick the numbers for me. That's like watching it, like the fox watch. That's like the fox watching the hen house. Like, okay, all you different chickens go in, all you hens go in. I'll make sure the other foxes won't get to you, but I'll make sure the other foxes won't get to you, but I won't get to you. See what I'm saying? That's how it is, like saying letting the lottery pick the number. You're going to have the lottery number pick the numbers for you to kind of win, but then also the lottery machine has to make sure it picks the numbers that's going to win. So I think that's like the fox watching the hen house. Why would I help you win if my objective is to get that money and keep it? Why would I give you the highest probability of the numbers that I would choose to pick that I would win with? See how that's like the fox watching the hen house? So first thing you got to do is you got to learn how to just pick the numbers yourself. That's my strategy. That's why I have my $25 Get Out the Stack program, my $25 Powerball. So today is just all about control. So today I want you to go out and buy a Powerball ticket. Maybe buy one, buy two. The Powerball's tomorrow, and just practice picking your own number. You can go online. You can find out the numbers that come up the most, and you start learning the strategies that you're going to build for yourself. Then also I have Get Out the Stack program. That's my $397, $697, $797 programs. It just helps you. You need to train. There's 20 to 25 million people out of work, probably more, especially when you find out that the cafeteria people aren't coming back this year, the bus drivers aren't coming back this year, the maintenance guys not coming back this year to the school. So how are you going to separate yourself from them? You got to learn how to get to the big boss and tell the boss, this is what I can do. I can do this. And then in addition, I got a little money saved up, so you don't have to rush and get the money back to me right away either. So talk to the big boss, see how you can help him. He said, okay, I'll give this guy a chance. Also, why I have you guys pay off your car loan is so you can pay off the car loan 1 or 2 months just ahead of time. Because I don't want, or just if you don't pay the car off in a 60-month period, or what are they running now? 72-month special credit. If you keep a car for 6 years, do you know how many model cars are going to come out between now and that 6 years? You're looking at least 4 or 5 models of your car. So what do you think is going to happen when you go back and trade that car in? You think I'm going to give you $2,000? You think I'm going to give you $1,000? That car is basically going to be obsolete. So what I'm trying to say is don't do the 72-month car loan. Car is depreciated by the IRS in 60 months. So if you're going to depreciate that car in 60 months, make sure you do like me. I paid off 29 months worth of payments. I have $7,800 left divided by 400. So I'm going to pay off my 60-month car loan within 48 to 50 months, which means I can take that car to the car dealer and get something back on it if I'm going to get a lease, or if I'm going to get a new car or get a used car. Get something back on your money, man. So try that. And then I've saved up $500 to work commission jobs this month, because I got to pay for my phone bill, pay for some training, pay for some supplies, because it's going to at least take me I'm looking at 100, 200, 300 calls to connect, follow up, get my skills to the point where I can get them to sell and start building up that book of business. Also this year, I think my $100, that's a $100 commission program to $1,000 commission program. I got a job interview tomorrow. Got one job I'm supposed to start September 11, and I'm looking for some other jobs to find to help bring in more money. And then I think, you know what, I'm 52, about time for me to get married. So I'm trying to close the deal, which means I got to start putting away all those bad habits. But you got to make sure, hey, I got to help the woman. I got to turn it, see what I can do. I think this is the best generation of women. Thanks to quarantine, hey, it broke the ones that you may have liked. It was like, oh, I just love my husband. He's this, is that. Then when quarantine came along, it's like, oh shit, this motherfucker's crazy, or this girl is crazy. I can get the fuck up out of this. They didn't even wait for it to end. They just said, oh, we divorced it. Bye bye. Maybe I can at least go to the doctor. Was it the lawyer's office to get away from you for a while? So this is you got the prospects galore, man. And you can say, hey, honey, you know what you want. You know what a man who can bring it, or you want a man that you want a man, you want a guy that you can stay with in quarantine. Like if things really go bad, hey, this brother's crazy. He's quarantined. We're quarantined together, but we in it to win it. Or do you want a guy like I'm in it to win it till death do us part? But then when the quarantine came along, you say, well, see, Judge, that wasn't in the Bible. God didn't know about the quarantine. You know what I'm saying? So do that. And if not, join the channel. Today is just like control. I want you to think about how can you get better control September, October, November, December. First thing you do, I always talk about money. Get control of that finances. The more money you have, the more confident you have, the better your decision making will be. That's why I don't want you to be stressing about a car loan and you're unemployed. And I know you guys got money. You got $600 from the government. Got that money. When I got laid off in 1995, I only got $1,440 a month. And I had to find a job in a year or they'd cut me off. You guys have had this since. You guys made almost $58,000 for nothing. Some of you made more working at unemployed than you have working at your job, man. So take some of that money, turn it around, invest in yourself. Because you know why? 25 to 30 million people can't. Drive in front of a grocery outlet. You see Mercedes, Porsches. I was in Rucker Valley yesterday. This guy had a dog. And this cool Mercedes, he thought he was looking cool. He was shopping at the grocery outlet, man. Another Porsche was parked in front of the grocery outlet. That's where you bag your own groceries, man. Not telling the ones who be shopping at like Target. Target is okay. Target is great, but just don't buy your meat and vegetables at Target. That's all I got to say. Or some people, I remember BMWs, Mercedes, and Audis. Audi sucks, man. I'm telling you straight up. I've been there. I did it 2 weeks. Fuck this shit. I'll just go eat out for the rest of the night. I don't know what this name brand shit is. It's just nasty. It was nothing worth it. Eat meat at it. We ain't gonna make ends meet. Somebody's go out, either honey, you go make the money, I'm gonna make the money. So we can shop at Vons, we can shop at Whole Foods, we can shop at Sprouts, we can shop at real places to get us some money. So we ain't gonna get by, man. We ain't gonna be driving no Lexus shopping at no 99-cent shorts, 99-cent store saying we getting a bargain. Ain't none of that going down. So this month is control. So look at for you guys, Amazon and warehouse workers, take a look at my tips. See what you can do, like when technology starts to, like if a recession or technology starts to take away your jobs, start working on some skills to get you out of there. Start working on that cash reserve. So go back and watch those tips. Today is just more like my Powerball program, $25, and then I have my Blackjack retirement program. That's $150. Well, I'll be heading to the downtown Grand Hotel. And we're going to take $500 and see if we can't turn that into 50. We just turn it into 50. That's 10 times more than what you get in the bank. If you put $500 in the bank now, you put it in at 1%, the bank will give you $5. I go beg for $5, man. I'm in Palm Springs. I go pick up cans. I could give a blowjob for $5 if I want, man. There's this bathroom, all these guys be hanging out. Hey, I need $5, man. What I got to do for $5? What I got to do for $5? I don't feel like picking up cans. Let's just go into the bathroom, bro. Give me $10. I do a good job, man. So you get $5 easier than putting $500 in the bank to get $5 back. But we're going to take that to Vegas and start building another way for you to get once you generate enough extra money where you can spare $500, we're going to see what happens if we can put that $500 at risk. Because you can't make that interest in the bank. In the old days, I could put that $500 in the bank, 10% interest, get that $50 sleeping. Now I can't do that anymore because COVID. So now got to find better ways to make money without we're going to put your money at risk, but just try to minimize the loss. That's my strategy for next 4 months. So I bought my Powerball tickets and I'll let you know the results tomorrow. Join the channel. I know some of you guys think, I don't know what you're seeing. I don't like you. That's right, man. 20 to 25 million you guys out of work, shopping at 99-cent store. Hey, nobody like you either. You'd roll around in that cool car. Then you're stopping at the grocery outlet, 99-cent store, whatever cheap shit you're buying for your family, man. By eating top ramen instead of like selling that car and helping your family. That's my goal. My goal is to bring it to you straight, man. Join the channel. I'm spending $2,000 to $3,000 on my training skills. Learn something where you can take those skills when you can go out when everyone else is being lazy or doing all kind of crazy stuff, you're like positioning yourself for a great when the economy opens up to hit the ground running, making a lot of money.